And we're live.
We're live.
Hello, everybody. Hey.
Good morning.
Gonna get some things out of our way. So we've got a bunch of stuff to share with you guys because
after all, we need more stuff.
We need more stuff. Yeah. But we had fun more than anything.
We did.
Even if we turn around and redonate it back somewhere.
We needed a break from working on houses.
So we went to, last Tuesday we went to Goodwill. So we got old fart stuff from last week. And then when we were down at the house, Scott needed bread pans to mix drywall mud. It sets in 45 minutes?
Yeah.
So he got some of that. So we got a trip into Goodwill Clearance Center where he got, how many bread pans did you end up getting to mix stuff in?
3 or 4, something like that.
It was the FedEx guy. So anyhow, here we are. Let's see. I'm not sure why we're not seeing our chat. There you guys are. Hi, Mark. Hi, Vicky. Hi, Eva. Hi, Sharon. So we are going to share what we got, I guess, last week at the Goodwill. The Goodwills on Tuesdays give you, depending on your area, we get 20%, right?
Yeah.
20% off. But
if you're over 55?
Over 55. 55 and over, you get 20% off here. Now, I looked at the Goodwill website.
I'm safely over that line.
Yeah. And I looked at the Goodwill website, and they said that varies per city, I guess. So you can get anywhere from 10 to 20% off.
If they don't want to give it to you, tell them Scott and Becky said it was over 55.
That's right. Because I did see something where it said you had to be over 65. But then the main website said 55 and over. So anyway, this is what we got last week. I want to start with my jug. I got this to put my Lipton tea bags in that I drink every day because I just thought it was so blippin' cool looking. And it was $1.89. And I've been dying to get this video done so that we could, I could wash this and use it. But I just love
It looks pretty old, but it's got a plastic thing.
It's got a plastic.
And you can see a knit line where it was done in a dye. It was dye cast.
Yeah. Does it have any mark? It has no marks on the bottom. But it was just a really cool jar for $1.89.
From a distance, it looks new. Looks old.
Yeah. But I love these glass containers to put things in the kitchen because then you can visibly see what's there without having to, lift the lid or anything.
You could say, look, a weevil.
And Eva says she loves the shape. Yeah, and it seals really good. The seal is still good. Sometimes when these jars get put in the dishwasher, people neglect to pull the plastic piece loose here. And when they wash it, water gets in there and the heat changes it.
That was from the Tuesday haul.
This is from our Tuesday haul. So we got another 20% off. $1.89. So I thought that was a really good deal. And
you could put crafty doodads in that too.
Yarn, $1.89. $1.89. Now this is a different weight. This is 89 cents. And that was 89 cents. This, I used to could tell what the yarns were just by looking at them because I stock yarn at Michael's. This one I think is a Red Heart soft. This looks more like something that's got a little bit of wool in it. But these were only 89 cents. And I've started to get this yarn so that I can do corner to corner Afghans. And at these prices, I can make a lot of corner to corner Afghans and give to family members at Christmas. So I'm just going to shove all that over.
Shove it.
More yarn. Now this is homespun, and I don't really like to work with the homespun too much myself because it has like a cotton piece of thread that runs throughout, and your hook, if I crochet, and your hook will go in there, and it's kind of a headache, but I figure for 89 cents, I'll use it.
Force yourself.
Force myself. Oh, there's another one, and this one is a baby yarn that's got the little thread on it. 89 cents. So I'm going to divide the weights up so that all the 4 plies together, all the 2 plies together, and stuff like that. And then when I get started on an Afghan, I'll have the right size. I think I only paid $0.25 for this, but it's just a napkin, but it had this beautiful cutout work on it. And I've been watching Arne and Carlos, their crazy quilts, and they pick up things like this and just cut this apart, and they might use just the corner off this napkin on a quilt block, and then they do fancy stitches and add pearls and trims and things like that. Mary's here. Hi Mary. Hi Eva. Hi Judy. I gotta move some of Mary's messages from her comments. Hi Journey. Yeah, I've been collecting the yarn. I need to start crocheting some corner to corner Afghans. All right. Then I'll let you.
Yeah.
Scott got that.
Off of you.
It's a 4-wire dryer.
4-wire dryer connections. All the newer homes or any refits in the older homes, dryer connections are now 4-wire. And the dryer that belongs to the house, not my dryer that we brought up here, is a 3-wire. So these are normally about $25 at the home center. So
and we got it for $4.89.
$4.89 and then 20% off. So yeah, the copper is still good. It's a brand new,
unopened,
unbroken seal. So I don't think anybody will get hurt
with it.
Other than the retailers will get hurt.
And then we got this one. I'm not going to do any art with it. It's North American Wildlife. If I do anything to use it with art, is I might scan some pictures that I could cut out and use.
That looks like a fun book.
It does. And it was hardbound, so I paid $2 for it.
I miss my books.
I know. All our books are packed up, except the ones that we've been buying lately. So this book is just really, it's by Reader's Digest. And for $2 from the thrift store. And I love that the drawings are so clear. And we love reference books like this. We've even been known to throw one of these into a backpack when we are hiking somewhere. But usually it's the smaller books. This was pretty hefty.
Usually little field guides are smaller.
Yeah.
I have a great field guide on spiders. I love taking that with me.
Yeah, I got that one for you.
That's a great field guide. I've enjoyed it very much.
Hi, Roesta. Hi, Kendra. So we dropped some things off at the Goodwill boxes, and this was laying on the ground. So I just picked it up. I know, bad me, but I spend enough. And it's just gorgeous.
It wasn't in the box.
It wasn't.
It was laying on the ground.
It was
cast aside.
And I just love it. And these, you can use it as a table scarf, but if you've got a sundress on, it makes a beautiful wrap that you can put on if you're going somewhere in the spring or fall. And I just love it.
Or if you're 4 years old and feel overwhelmed, you can throw it over your head and go,
oh, I hate everything.
I'm a little swollen.
Yeah. Scott's having a rough time. So I picked that up.
I made some moldings in the shop out of some cedar.
Oh yeah, he's
And,
made a discovery about cedar.
And man, I love the way cedar works. The grain's real tight on it, and it just machines nice. It just comes out with almost a shiny finish, like you've hand planed it, and it's just beautiful, beautiful stock to work with. I've discovered I'm allergic to it.
He showed me last night after his bath. He had a rash all down his arm, all down his legs, where that dust had gotten on him when he was sawing it.
All the soft bits and pieces of me were rosy red.
So if you work with it, maybe you took a Benadryl or something.
I'm still stuffed up.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I need to take a break for a minute and be right back.
All right. He needs to take an allergy pill, you guys.
Tissue break.
A tissue break.
Allergy pill.
And the last thing I found is some more Lincoln logs. If you guys remember, a while back, we bought that great big metal container, and it had just a few Lincoln logs. So I took that over to Mom's, and we found another box of Lincoln logs, and we'll just take and we'll dump this box into that collector's tin, so the kids will have more Lincoln logs to play with. And this was $4.89, but you guys know Lincoln logs run pretty high at the store, so that's why I picked these up. I know the 9 and 10-year-old boys, they absolutely love the Lincoln logs. And the twins played with them, but they're only 3. Are they 3 now?
Oh,
but they just hit each other with them and stuff. But the older boys love them. Hi, Gigi. Hi, Mom Munson. Who is it?
you're out.
Come here. Come on. Hi. Who was knocking?
Callie has to decide in or out, or in or out, or in.
This is Callie. Oh, her paw pads are cold. Tippy, come on.
Come here, Tip.
Tippy.
Tip goes.
Come on. He's like, get me, Dad. And there's Tippy. And Howie's out on the porch.
See the tip? Right there.
That's why he's Tippy. All right. Oh, look what she did to me. It's raining here.
It's raining and they hate it.
They are not happy at all.
We'll need to check the back door here shortly to see if it's raining out the back door as well as the front.
Yeah. And especially Callie. She comes in the front where it's raining, but out back, it can't possibly be raining.
It might not be raining out that door.
Yeah, these guys are so spoiled. This one wanted to be wrapped in my nightie, and then he gets under the covers.
He tunnels under the covers.
And gets between us and sticks his nails into Scott's back. And, oh, now, Callie, be nice. So anyway, let's get back to our haul. Let's start. Let me show you guys. At the Goodwill clearance, they have rolling trash cans. And they have, oh my goodness, these big white bags in the rolling trash cans. And they roll it up onto the scale. And then when you get ready to leave, you just lift the bag out. So this is everything we got at the Goodwill clearance. This was Saturday. And we paid $16 for all of it. So now, let me put you guys back down on the ground. And so I got these guys. And these are the greatest show on earth. These are Ringling Brother tigers. And Ringling Brothers is no more. So I couldn't resist. If I keep it, or if I try to sell it on eBay, I don't know yet. eBay it, Scott's saying. So, and they're still pretty clean. I might try to clean them up a little bit because they were in the bins getting tossed around. So there's that.
Take a little hand sanitizer with you to the Goodwill clearance so that when you leave you can sanitize.
Yeah, we have hand sanitizer in both vehicles for when we go, because you're digging through stuff and it can have just random stuff in those bins. Like I said before, I would really like us to each have a pair of gloves to take in there, because the stuff comes in and they just dump it into those rolling tables, and you can hear glass breaking, dishes. So they just kind of pour it in, or they'll wheel the great big boxes out on pallets and line them up.
And sometimes it's just total unrestricted greed on the part of people that are there. And I'm not going to find anybody over it. It's like, it's junk. Just don't.
Yeah. But yeah, Mary, more yarn. And this is a variegated. And all of this stuff at the Goodwill clearance, books are 25 cents a pound. And then I can't remember what we paid for the rest of it. But they pulled this tiger out and charged it at a different weight. I was a little bit confused. She just randomly grabbed a few things. Usually everything that you put in the bin is just rolled up there, and they weigh the books separate. So I'm not sure why the tigers got weighed separately that time. But anyway, $16 for the whole bag was pretty good. So I got this, and I got some, let me look at it. That's a size 10 crochet cotton. This just looked like a fun bag. It's got this is velvet ribbon in the yellow, and then it's got cording and all kinds of stuff. This real pretty trim.
She's going to be bad.
Is she? And then there's double fold bias tape that looks like somebody used it to wrap around this stuff to use it as ties. And then there's grosgrain ribbon, old-timey grosgrain ribbon. It's got a different texture. Whoops. And it's got a pin in it, so I don't want to. There's a piece of peachy ribbon. You can kind of see it pretty good with my gray sweater. And then I've had some of this before, and this is so nice to use. I think it's actually a seam binding with the flowers on it.
What else?
And I don't know what this is. What is this? That's just a netting of some
that's
sort.
Some kind of lacy little nothing.
I've never seen that before. It's just, it looks almost like wide gauze. I'll have to look and see if I can figure out what that is. It's got to be something for needlework.
Maybe that's a G-string that came unstitched.
Oh, Scott,
that
please.
Young people wear these days.
Oh, there's some of that floral in a yellow.
Floral.
And there's blue flowers. I'm not going to unroll them. They've got pins in them. There's a cream. But like I said, this whole bag of fun goodness here. I'm just going to stick this back in here so I don't get stabbed with a pin later. All right. And then there was a whole grouping of needlework stuff, and I just pulled these out of it because at the Goodwill you can pull things apart and get just what you want. Like if you want just the buttons off a dress or something, you can just rip them off and throw them in your box. They don't care there. But I got 2 pieces of plastic canvas.
Dun, dun.
Scott helped me get this yarn out. It was it had what, about 5 feet of it. It had come unwrapped, and it had gone from one bin into the other through electrical cords and a hairdryer cord, I think, and a bunch of hangers or stuff. So he just kept pulling until he got all of it for me. And this is a chunky weight. So more yarn. And then this is just more random bits that was in a bag. Shoelaces. But what I got it for was this purple It looks kind of blue there, doesn't it? But it's purple. What is this called? I used to say Chinese braid. Gimp. That's what it is. It's gimp. And there's quite a bit of it down in there.
Tulips. What's that mean?
Do what?
Tulips.
Hi, Rose. She's just saying hi. Hi, Tippy. And then this piece I got again to do Arnie and Carlos crazy quilting. You can layer this over another piece of fabric. And I will wash this. I've got a negligee bag. I can put this in that and put it in the washer. And then I found this. Like I said, some stuff is just random unrolled, but look at that. No, Tippy. No. Isn't that pretty? It's beaded. I thought, ooh, that'd be good on a project or make a belt out of it. So, Tippy said, I could do that. Oh, hang
So
on,
I could
buddy.
play with that.
Let's get, Scott can tell y'all about this. He added that to our bin.
You know, I haven't even looked at this really. This is a camera bag, and it had a camera in it with some lenses. So I haven't even checked all the pockets yet. And as cheap as it was, even if I only sell one item out of an eBay, I've come out ahead. So a Vivitar flash unit. Let's see if it had the batteries left in it and it's ruined. That's my stupid phone. I'm not answering that.
It'll stop in a minute.
I'm going to take that as it's probably got ruined batteries in it.
Yeah, it's kind of frozen. Tippy's going to bed.
I don't know what that is. Oh, it's a little power cord.
I think it's a cover for a lens.
Oh, yeah. And that's the cover for the cover. So let's stuff that back in. Come on.
Nothing in there?
Nothing in the little pocket.
Oh, see, that lens doesn't have a cover on it at all.
No. It's a Pentax.
35 millimeter.
35 millimeter.
That's a large lens.
Yeah, it is.
And our son absolutely loves old-time film photography. Greg just keeps, in fact, Greg just bought a 110.
205 millimeter telephoto. Wonder if this is a screw mount or a bayonet mount. If it's a bayonet mount, it might fit my Minolta.
That's cool.
So that's worth whatever pennies we paid for it.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of books in there too.
Yeah, I don't think there's any film in it. Let's see. Books. Looks like
What is that? Scented stuff.
Pine Therapy.
Mm.
Another lens. Oh, here's some desiccant. We can have that for lunch. It always says do not eat on it. What's this guy?
A Sigma. I bet they put that in there because the bag stunk.
28 to 70 millimeter telephoto.
So if that's in there, you could look at the back of that and see how it attaches.
Oh yeah, you can.
Oh, but that's not.
That is a bayonet mount. I wonder if that'll fit my Minolta. Let's give that a try.
Lipstick. Ooh, bonus pink.
Bonus pink lipstick. My Aunt Marietta loved pink and red lipstick.
Yeah, I don't know
That
who's
cool?
had that.
You don't know whose lips that's crossed.
Ugh.
Oh,
Trash.
cheap though.
Yeah. Hi, Linda
Looks
T.
like
Hi,
warranty
Holly.
paperwork. Oh, there's a filter. It looks like a polarizing filter. Oh, nice. I will go through the stuff, clean it up, see what works. There's a lens cap for the back of that one of those lenses. Backside lens cap and a manual.
Oh, the manual's with it.
I think this deserves to be looked at and gone through and maybe go on to eBay.
All right. So there's that. Oh, and here's some of his bread pans. And they look horrible, but that doesn't matter for mixing up that joint compound. So those are yours.
For doing patchwork, this is the perfect size. I don't one of those pans like you use when you're drywalling an entire house. They're about $20, but I don't need to mix up that much. I need to mix up little batches of it. So that's perfect.
I'm glad we did this when we did, because this bag's about shot. It's got a huge hole in the bottom now. All right, that's it in there. So Scott has learned to look for me music paper.
Been trained.
So I've got Rudolph Schrimmel or Frimmel. But
Frimmel?
It's just, and it's pretty old. And then I got some Chopin. And it's in a different tint of paper. And like I said, all the books were 25 cents. And then I saw this and I thought how fun it would be to go through and do some practice sketching. Look, Legends of the Silent Screen. And I just love this. Look, there's Charlie Chaplin. Wouldn't that be fun to sketch? And there's some. So this is just going to be so much fun. Look at this guy. Harold Lloyd. Yep, the Keystone Coppers. Yeah, Scott can't resist the camera. Wasn't John Gilbert a handsome fella? I think Hedy Lamarr is in here somewhere too. Please read the titles to yourself. Loud reading annoys your neighbors. That is the big guy wanting in, I think. So anyway, I thought how fun it would be to try sketching these guys in here. And then I got, this is in here. That's one thing. Always look inside to see if whatever's in there is supposed to be in. It's Cardio Cabaret, Yoga Booty Ballet. I figured, why not? I might give it a go. And then this is thermal laminating pouches, but look, they're legal size. Whoops. And they're still in the package. I don't think any of them's been used. So that was our Goodwill clearance haul. This is where they send everything that never sells at the regular Goodwill. They send it over to the Goodwill clearance for its last hurrah. And you buy it by the pound. Just trying to make some room. Well, then we were heading back to the house. And Scott said, ooh, that has got to be Howard. He is just he's out there going, he said, let's stop in one more place. And he pulled in. And this used to be, what did that used to be called? This and that or something. But now it's called something else. So I'm going to put, there's my receipt. I've been looking for it. It's Thrift Avenue. Oh, honey, that was supported Pets Incorporated where we got Tara. So that's the Pets Incorporated thrift store. I'm so tickled we stopped there now because we helped out the animals. But could have swore I bought 2 packages of this. Maybe I didn't. But there's so much of it in here. I'm going to slide some of it into my 2,500 subby giveaway that I'm just going to do as a surprise giveaway. So make sure you're leaving comments on videos. But this is wall tissue paper for fresco technique. So I'll share some of this in my giveaway. And you just crumple it up and do a fresco technique on your walls. And I paid $1 for that. So that was fun. And then, Mary, this made me think of you. And you know, at Goodwill, they always want to, they put the broken jewelry in a jar. And they charge like $25, $30. Well, I got this bag, and I'll go through this and look through it. $5 for all of this. It's got all kinds of stuff in it. See? And they acted absolutely tickled to death to finally find someone to buy this.
Shiny.
She was like, "Ooh, look, you're going to have a lot of fun. What do you do?" So I got all of that for $5. Well, on the same counter, they had this smaller bag, and it was $2. And this one's got some pearls in it. That's acrylic, but there's a turtle in there. I'd pay $2 for the turtle. Love this flower.
Debbie Wingo says that our thrift stores are better than theirs, but you almost never find tools in our thrift stores unless it's just the junkiest made in China stuff you've ever seen in your life. And when I was up north, it was easy to find tools in thrift stores and stuff.
So that was everything. Everything we picked up. So we had fun, and I'm sorry we've been kind of bad about looking at the chat.
Cheddar and bacon potato skin. Ooh. That sounds tasty.
What's that?
Cheddar and bacon potato skins.
Ooh. Sherilyn, that sounds delicious. Yeah, got $2 for this little bag and only $5 for this huge one. That's why I was like, oh, wow. So.
Hi, Sherilyn Manzo.
Oh, there's some seashells in here too. Scott got me this divided tray box at Harbor Freight as part of my Christmas. And I think I'll take these and sort them apart and put like all the seashells in one of the compartments. It's on the other side, honey, by my table. It's along there, along the side. I'm not sure. It's black and yellow.
Black.
See, I cleaned all that up, and now we can't see nothing. We had an impromptu visitor, and she waited to come up until Sunday and spent the night with us. Howie's in the window. Is that who you're looking for?
No.
Tippy's gone to bed, and Callie's out. Right?
Howard will be bad. He'll start digging at the blinds.
So that's what Scott got me, and so I can divide all the beads and stuff up in there.
And it has a latch in the center, so if you have heavy things in there, it doesn't pop in the center.
And,
And all these little
out.
compartments come out.
You can let it drop there, and I can put this there. And you can reconfigure it. That's what I liked about it.
Yeah, and the little compartments are indexed with these little things here.
So they hold them in.
Yeah. And these are normally about $8. There's like $7.99 or something.
But if you watch for the coupons,
Get a coupon.
yeah.
It's $5.99 with a coupon.
Becky, can you fill us in on the Murder Story podcast? Okay.
He's still producing it.
It's not quite ready. I think he's going to release the first segment of it. If I can get a link to it, I'll share it with you guys. But well, it was 1975. Scott was 14. 14. And his uncle owned a garage, or your granddaddy and your uncle ran a garage. And his cousin was a police officer. And they heard a sound in the garage, and they went out there, and they were murdered. They were shot, execution style.
My uncle was working in the garage, and my cousin was sleeping on the couch. And my aunt alerted my cousin, said somebody went in the garage. It's not acting right. It doesn't look right. So he pulled his service revolver and walked out to the garage, and somebody shot both of them behind the left ear, execution style. And
the man that they arrested and convicted of the crime was falsely accused, and Scott's family got together with the man's lawyers and got him released a few years back. We went to his parole hearing. And so he was just a very young man. He was just a teenager when they put him in prison.
Early 20s.
Early 20s.
Young man.
Just a young man. And so now he's back out in the community. He's trying to work with youth to keep them educated and safe. And we're just, this detective, investigative reporter is doing these podcasts to try to get some real answers about what happened that night. And to we doubt we'll ever know who actually committed the murders. But there is talk that it was a gang of or some murder for hires.
Well, all the evidence was circumstantial. And the two eyewitnesses were elderly ladies at more than 40 feet from the person.
Yeah.
And so, it's pretty sketchy. I don't think a jury today would have ever convicted on that skimpy of an evidence.
Yeah.
But the entire time the guy was in prison, he never committed any infractions, never had any disciplinary action against him in prison.
Furthered his education.
Yeah. Got his high school diploma, completed a 2-year degree, and he's lived a model life since he's gotten out as well. So I think it's just a tragedy. It affected our family and affected that Wakefield man's family severely to be falsely accused.
Yeah, and your cousin was considerably older than you. And your younger siblings. He was what, about 5 years older than Adele or more?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, he was a young man in the Navy when I was about 3 or 4 years old.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So we, the man that was here yesterday, he did some interviews with you to get, he was trying to get different perspectives from different family members. Like he's interviewed Scott's mom and he interviewed Scott's sister Adele, and he wanted to interview Scott. The other two brothers, they weren't for the getting the man out, and they don't believe any of it, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know what they believe.
Yeah. So that's what that was all about. And Adele took the man to show him where Frank and Rufus were buried, because he's been looking for their graves but couldn't find them. So she quickly took them, because the graveyard's not too far from here, and showed him where they are buried. So he had a little bit more for his podcast. And I guess I think he said he'd be getting in contact with us when it was released. And he usually communicates with me because I'm always here, and he can pop on Facebook and send me a chat real quick. And then I can tell Scott, because Scott's not on Facebook. So that's the whole kicker of all that was going on yesterday with that.
Yeah. So.
And Adele liked that Scott was fixing up the little room. I'm not too sure she likes the color we picked, but
well, colors can be changed. So.
Paint is paint. You can paint over it if she doesn't like it, but it's a nice soothing green. So we'll see if she likes it better once it's up.
Yep.
So that's what we were going to share with you guys. I've got to go and get Scott a lunch put together for tomorrow. I mean, not tomorrow, for tonight. So he can get ready to go to work, because he has to leave for work at about 2:30.
Don't want to waste away.
No. You're a nut. Anyhow, I guess we'll let you guys go. And I enjoyed watching you, Mary, and seeing you carving this morning. So hopefully something will come to light. But if not, getting the story out there and is, what this gentleman's wanting to do.
Yep.
All right. We're going to go, guys. And Scott's going to let Howie back out.
Cat herding.
Cat herding at its finest. Take care, guys. I'll see you later.